remember to stay hydrated, and today we're going to be checking out the Data Crew Small Fry. This is a small EDC pouch organizer that can fit a ton of stuff in this small package. We're going to go over the entire pouch in this video. For now, sit back, relax, and let's get it. So if you're new to EDC pouch organizers, or you may be an apparent hater of these things, let me explain to you what these things are before we jump into the Data Crew Small Fry. Basically, a lot of us EDC enthusiasts enjoy to carry expensive gear. And the best way that I found to carry that expensive gear and keep it protected is to throw it into these EDC pouch organizers. There's a ton of EDC pouch organizers out there, and my job is to show you the ones that I enjoy the most. So in this hand, I've got the Data Crew What a Slider. This is a pretty well-known pouch nowadays, and it's a really damn good one. The only issue I have with this pouch is basically when I go to throw it into a pocket, I'm pretty limited to where I can actually fit it. For example, this thing is not going to fit in my front pockets. There is absolutely no way. Usually when I carry this thing, I'll put it in my front hoodie pocket or in my backpack. But luckily, that's where the Data Crew Small Fry comes into play. This thing is going to be much thinner, much easier to throw into your pockets, and a lot more convenient. Now that we've got that put away, let's talk about the main subject of this video, the Data Crew Small Fry. I want to start off with the dimensions so you guys can kind of get an aspect of how big this thing is. You're looking at about 3.5 inches in total height, 4 inches in total width, and about 1/2 inch thick. It's got 2 YKK zippers here on the front and back side of the pouch, which means that it's divided into 2 different pockets. After that, the only Data Crew branding you'll see is this logo stitched into the back side. Now, one of the key selling points is going to be the front side hook and loop. If you know me, then you'll know that I absolutely love customizing my pouches and kind of putting together a theme. If a pouch doesn't even have hook and loop, then I'll look elsewhere. If you want to learn more about Ranger Eyes, I did a full video on it, so I'll be leaving a link in the description below so you guys can check that out, maybe dive a little bit deeper into that rabbit hole because it's a completely different niche. Now, this small fry I have in my hands is the graphite version. I don't see it on Data Crew's website, but there are going to be MCB and black versions that will come in and out of stock. These things will typically go for 30 to 40 bucks depending on what version you go for, and that is actually not too bad. Especially if you think about it this way, this thing can be a wallet replacement. Instead of spending $40 on a new wallet, just throw it into the small fry. So looking at the zipper on my pouch, I actually did customize this a little bit, added a paracord and a JRW flex curator bead. It just makes it easier to pull the zipper instead of having to locate these really small, tiny YKK zippers. This is really easy to add on. You just need smaller paracord and then you can just wrap it around a bead. On top of that, it gives it an additional aesthetic appeal. In terms of the overall build quality, this feels premium. I've handled other mini EDC pouches and they're just not up to par. They have that really cheap feeling material. This thing is going to be built with a 500 denier outer shell, which means that it's going to be very durable over time. It's going to be semi-water resistant. I wouldn't suggest throwing this into a pool of water, but if you're outside in rain and you want to protect your EDC gear, not have all that stuff rust up, this will do the job. In terms of the zipper quality with these YKK zippers, they are flawless, super easy to pull back and forth. Like I said, I did add on this bead just to make it a little bit easier, but there's no catching or anything like that. Let's circle back to the front side of the pouch where the hook and loop is for that Ranger Eye customization. This thing can fit a ton of Ranger Eyes, almost as much as the What a Slider. You can fit anywhere between 8 to 10 Ranger Eyes on this thing and it looks really nice. I love the fact that the front side of the pouch is pretty much all hook and loop aside from this top section. Let's move on the inside of the pouch and show you what I've got packed into this one. So first off, here on the front side, I've got a Hank from Awesome Hanks. And then after that, I've got all of my gear kind of organized vertically. That way everything is easily accessible. I've seen other people do it horizontal and it's just really hard to get into your stuff. So I personally found some stuff that would fit inside this vertically in sections. So the first item is going to be the Big Idea Design, a time mini bolt action. This thing fits in here vertically, no problem. And I love having a pen on me just in case. Next up would be my chapstick. Yes, a tube of chapstick would fit in here, no problem. It's super dry here in Utah, so having one of these on me is very useful. Matter of fact, I probably need to put some on right now real quick. Next to the chapstick is going to be my titanium pry bar from Glow Rhino. This thing just fits right into this section of the pouch. And if you know me, I use pry bars all day long to either screw on camera plates if I need a flathead. These things come in on clutch all the time. Next to the pry bar is going to be this mini flashlight, and this is the Olight i3E EOS. It's pretty decent. It's a lot better than my phone flashlight, as you can tell. And it's really compact, so it fits inside this pouch no problem. Last but not least, in the front side is going to be the Leatherman, a PS4 Squirt, Ron Kwok, shout outs to him. He actually gave me this one in a trade. And having a micro-sized multi-tool on me just gives me that ease of mind just in case I need it. Moving on to the backside, there's not too much in here aside from some band-aids. So I've got 3 band-aids in here. These are going to be like the medium to large size band-aids. And then behind that, I've got some business cards for everyday minimalist. And like I said before, this thing would be a great wallet replacement just because you can fit up to, you know, like 10 to 12 different credit cards in the back side. So in conclusion, who do I think this small fry is for? If you're someone that just wants to dabble their toes into the EDC pouch game, I would suggest grabbing this one because they're relatively inexpensive, coming in at about 30 to 40 bucks. It gives you the opportunity to customize it with your own favorite patches, or if you don't have any patches, this can kind of be the gateway into them. Trust me guys, that is a really fun rabbit hole. There's a huge community behind it. Next up, if you already carry a What a Slider, this is a really good companion, especially in the summer seasons where it's really hot outside and you don't want to have a hoodie to just carry your What a Slider. The small fry is just a really good option if you want a grab and go type of pouch. Now, Data Crew is not paying me to say any of this stuff. I just really like their quality and brand. They usually sell out of these things really fast, so if you're trying to get one, make sure to sign up for their super secret newsletter on their website. Just scroll down to the very bottom, punch in your email. They usually pre-launch these things on Wednesdays, and then on Fridays the official launch. So if you want to get your hands on one, make sure that you guys sign up for their newsletter. If you have any questions on the small fry or want to share your own personal loadout, let me know in the comment section below. The last thing I wanted to touch up on is the 500K giveaway, guys. That is going to be coming here really soon, probably after Blade Show Texas, because I'm still in contact with a bunch of different sponsors. So I appreciate you guys for being patient. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today, and I guess we'll have to catch you on the next one. Peace out.